Steve here for Flies and Pies again. We're going to tie a Shad Dart now. This is a little fly. I don't even know where I came up with it. I don't remember where I found it, but it's become a really awesome fly that I use a lot for bluegill, crappie, even white bass and things to that effect. It's real fun, real easy to tie. You can tie it in a billion colors. Runs Clouser style. Good stuff. What I've got here is a size 6 90-degree bend jig hook, some 70 denier white thread. I'm going to lay it on right here and put just a little bit of a base kind of around the bend of the hook. Pop my excess thread off, and I'm going to come right there to the 90-degree bend portion, right at it. I'm going to take a pair of small or extra small brass dumbbell eyes, and I lay them in right, it's kind of a pain in the butt, at the bend of the hook. Just like that. There you go. Get those tied in, couple, 3 turns over them, figure 8 them a couple of times, and then build your saddle. And then just like I do pretty much every fly that I tie with dumbbell eyes, I go behind it, I whip finish it off, pop my thread, put super glue on it, set it to the side. I'll do 100 or so of those, and then when I'm done with all that, I've got a whole bunch of these already done. That one's kind of ugly. Let me try this one. That one looks prettier. Okay, here we go. We've got it back in the vise. We lay our thread back on right here behind the eyes. Pop that off. Then I use some pearl midge braid. You can get it in dozens and dozens and dozens of colors. I'll go ahead and grab that out of the bag. And then this is wing and flash. Some wing and flash here. Pull myself out a little hank. You can use DNA fiber, wing and flash, EP fiber, Congo hair, water silk, just plain old crystal flash or flashaboo, whatever you want. I just like a nice little slightly flowing tail with some sparkle to it. Oops, I started to tie it down. Tie it down right here behind the eye. Get it lashed down good. Grab your midge braid. Do the exact same thing. Tie it down right there behind the eye. The reason why we do this is so that we have a nice even body, and also so that we build up a little bit of bulk for the body. Chase all your materials all the way back to the bend of the hook, and then go all the way back forward. Only don't stop right there behind the eyes. Go actually in front of the eyes, and I usually flip this upside down to do this portion, and let it hang right in front of the eyes, actually up the 90-degree bend portion. Take your midge braid, wrap your midge braid around the hook shank so that it's touching, so that you cover all your thread and all the hook shank with midge braid. Build you a nice, pretty, clean body. I think this fly was actually originally intended, and the reason why it's called a Shad Dart, I think it was originally intended to be used for fishing for shad, but since we don't fish for shad here in northwest Missouri, I use it for fishing for bluegill. Nobody said that I couldn't fish for bluegill with it, so I figured why not. Now, I've gone around and kind of covered up the dumbbelled eyes nice and clean and pretty, so I'm going to pull this up right here next to the 90-degree bend portion. My thread is on the 90-degree bend portion so that I actually hook that material, lash it down, and then what I do is, even though I've only got a couple of turns on there, I cut it off, but not real short. I give myself plenty to get a hold of. Turn the hook at a little bit of an angle to myself. Go ahead and lash it down. Make sure it's tied down and clean looking. Make your whip finish around the bend portion, that 90-degree bend portion of this jig hook. Pop that off. Then come back here on the tail and go about a quarter to a half of the hook shank length. Clip your tail off, and I don't even worry about unstraightening these tails. To me, this just looks like a little bit longer version of a micro jig. It's been really, really effective for me. We've caught some great big bluegills, some nice white bass, some really big crappie. My wife actually caught about a 2-pound channel cat on one once. Just a really nice, easy, simple fly. Real quick, real simple, real flashy, shiny, bright, catches attention. So there you go. I hope you like that one. It'll be a great one for you.